Hi guys, welcome back. So I want to show you guys a quick little get ready with me. We're going to start with the base, and this is the Studio Pro Waterproof Eye Primer from BH Cosmetics. Then we're going to go ahead in with the Cute AF palette from ColourPop, and we're going to take a brush. This is a number 5 brush from BH Cosmetics. It's a really nice blending brush, and I love using this. I'm going to take the first shade in that palette, the really light shade, and I'm going to just go ahead and make that my base all over the lid. Just going to really blend it in. Nothing on my brush except that color at this point. I'm just going to do that on both eyelids. Now we're going to go ahead and take the kind of transition shade in that palette. It's a nice kind of chocolatey brown, and we're going to go ahead and dust that off and put that right in the crease and really start blending it in, also doing like circular motions. And then we're going to take the Take Me Home palette, also from ColourPop, and yeah, I broke this palette. But we're going to go ahead and use kind of the transition shade from there. Really nice kind of rich browny purpley color, and we're gonna go and just put that all over the lid. We're gonna really go in circular motions and blend that in thoroughly. I'm just taking a bit more of that same shade and really adding more and packing on the color, because this is really, I want to have a really nice base to this eye look. That's what makes it so easy. And I'm taking it all over the lid and kind of putting this basically everywhere and really accentuating it. Now we kind of have a crazy look going on, but this is where we want to be at. Now we're going to go back to the Cute AF palette and take kind of a flat brush. This is from Morphe, and we're going to go ahead and take the darkest shade in that palette and work that into the actual lid space. And that brush, by the way, is the S11, if you guys were curious. I'm just slowly going to pack this onto the lid, kind of blending as I'm going and really making sure I'm trying to get as much pigmentation as possible. Now going back to the Take Me Home palette, I'm going to take the darkest shade in that with the same brush and going to go ahead and do the same thing and really pack that in. That shade is just slightly darker than the one from the Cute AF palette, and that's why I'm using that on top, just to really pack in that color and make it as rich as possible. Going back to the BH Cosmetics brush, same one we've been using this whole time, and going back to the Take Me Home palette, that little transition shade, and just kind of taking that right into the crease just to blend the two colors together and really make it look seamless. This is how I get a really simple smoky eye. Now we're going to go ahead and use the Sonia Kashuk really dense brush, and this is the, I don't know what number this is. It's just a really dense brush. I didn't put anything on it. It's completely clean, and I'm just really blending out that eyeshadow, making sure that's seamless. Going back in with that BH Cosmetics brush with nothing else on it, just whatever was left from before, and just really blend that into the crease again, making sure that I still have pigmentation and color even though we blended it out with that Sonia Kashuk brush. And now we're going to take a flat brush from BH Cosmetics, and we're going to take the Morphe F35 palette, and we're going to go in with the darkest black color in there, and this is just to basically smudge out almost like a wing liner to this look. I love doing this instead of typical eyeliner. It's softer, and I also prefer the way it looks with this look. Now we're going to take another kind of flat brush, and we're going to take the lightest color in the Cute AF palette, dust off any excess, and put it right on the brow bone. This is a matte color. I don't like using sparkly shiny colors just because I get oily sometimes and it can just look a little too much, so I like to use a matte color with this. And this is also just an all matte eyeshadow look, except for the inner corner, which you guys are going to see I'm going to add a pop of sparkle kind of too. But even though I haven't done my brows, I'm still going to do that. Next, I'm going to take this concealer. This is the EASYYY concealer from Maybelline, and I'm just taking a flat concealer brush, doesn't matter what brush. I'm just going to go ahead and sculpt out the edge of that eyeshadow just to give it a nice clean cut edge to it, because I didn't use any tape or anything. Next, I'm taking the Brighter Days Tarte Brightening Cream Highlight Moisturizer. This just gives you kind of a brighter look to your skin. As you can see, it's nice and gleaming and beautiful, and also moisturizes. Now, Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation. This is in the shade 01A Creamy Nude, and just dotting that onto my skin. And I'm going to go ahead and take the Real Techniques sponge and kind of blend this in. And I already wet the sponge and everything like that. Just blending it all over, and you can see the shine from that Tarte highlight product, which is really nice. And I'm just spraying my sponge with a bit of water just to make sure that my skin still has that really beautiful kind of gleam to it. I really find that that helps. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a bit of that same foundation and just take it down my neck, because honestly, the last thing you want is your neck and your face not to match. Next is the Milani Stick and Glow Cream Contour, and I'm just going to put that all over and contouring with that, taking the Real Techniques sponge again, wetting it just so that it's nice and damp, and blending that in. Taking a bit more, bringing it down the neck, using the EASYYY concealer, that same brush, and just sculpting out the contour that we just did. That way it looks a lot more kind of sharp, but also taking the edge of that sponge and making sure that it's kind of more blended in. Taking the Fit Me concealer from Maybelline, that's number 15, and highlighting with it just the forehead. Took a little bit on the nose, and also I'm going to take a little bit underneath the eyes. It's kind of my first concealer step. Also underneath the nose, because I get really red right underneath the nose actually. But yeah, just first step. I use 2 concealers. This one I like because it's a lot lighter and it's a little bit more moisturizing, and using the same kind of blending sponge for that. And now I'm taking the e.l.f. concealer. This is their camouflage, the 16-hour camo concealer in the shade Light Peach. And I'm only dotting that on. This concealer is really full coverage, but also really drying, so I don't like to put a lot of this on. But I do think that it's super brightening, so that's why I enjoy using it, and it is a lot more long wearing. And I'm just blending that in with that same Real Technique sponge, taking the Fit Me powder in the color Fair, using the sponge, and just first putting that on my forehead because that's where I get the most oily, then taking it in the areas where again I get oily, which is where we contoured and then where we put concealer, and also underneath the eyes. Next, I'm going to go ahead and use this Cosmetics brush in V2, and I'm just taking more of that same powder and just dusting that everywhere else on the face, for example, the rest of the forehead, the cheeks. Taking this Hourglass, this is their Veil Translucent Setting Powder, and a little bit of it, and dusting that onto my cheeks and my forehead. I just like the way it kind of gives your face a soft focus. That's the main thing that I love about this powder. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this EASYYY brush, and this is the S306 brush, and I'm taking the Milani 04 multitasking face powder. I believe they changed the name of this, but you'll find the same thing from Milani. It's really nice, really like finely milled, and I'm taking this everywhere where we actually put contour, also underneath the chin and the neck. I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics V3 blush brush and the NYC and a 723 Pink Cheek Glow color wheel that they have. And it actually goes really well with this look. And now that that's dusted on, I'm also going to take the same sponge that we've been using this whole time and kind of blend that blush in. Now I'm taking this highlight that I actually made myself at home, so I don't have a shade for you, but I'm just dotting that on to the high points of my face. Any cream highlight will do the same thing. If you guys want a video on how to make your own face highlight, let me know, but basically just take some of your favorite highlights and you mix it in with a little bit of Vaseline and a little bit of cream under some boiling water, like you put it in a container. So pretty neat, and actually this is a really beautiful highlight. Now I'm taking the Quo highlighting duo, and I'm taking the lightest shade there on this brush from BH Cosmetics. So this is a really cute brush from them. It's the V14, and it's a really nice little fan brush, and you can see the glow that I'm getting, you guys. So layering your cream product with your powder product gives you the most beautiful glow, and I'm taking that everywhere where we actually put the cream product, and also blending it in with the same sponge that we use just to make it more soft focused. Going back to the blush, taking a little tiny bit more. Then I'm going back to the Cute AF palette with this Real Techniques brush, and I'm just taking the 2 kind of darkest shades in there, the blending shades, and I'm just putting that underneath the lash line and really blending that out. Then I'm going back to the highlight, taking a little bit and putting it in the inner corner to give you that pop. Just in my brows. Now we're going to go ahead and curl the lashes. We're going to use 3 different mascaras. This is the Essence Get Big mascara, and I'm going to do 1 coat of that first, and then I'm going to go with the Rocket Waterproof mascara, do 1 coat of that as well, and really blend that kind of into the lashes and make sure that they're really separated. I'm going to do a couple more coats of each one of those mascaras, and now I'm going to go with the Voluminous Miss Manga mascara, and this is from L'Oreal, Black is Black. That's for the lower lashes. Now I'm taking the BH Cosmetics Waterproof Lip Liner in a Rosy, and I'm just lining the whole extent of my lips with that. Next, I'm going to take this beautiful Rouge Allure Velvet lipstick from Chanel, number 40, Les Sensuelles. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of press that all over the lips and really like almost gently put it on. I don't want to get too opaque of a color. And you're going to see, oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my God, you guys. I love this lipstick. Love it. But it is a matte formula, so it is a little bit drying. And to finish the look off, what I'm also going to do is take this Chanel lip gloss, and it's in the number 175. It's a really pretty kind of super shimmery lip gloss, and it goes perfectly with this lipstick. It's not too sticky, but it also does hydrate the lipstick a little bit more. And once that's done with, the last step for me is going to be basically lip liner for the bottom waterline, and it's just like a nude liner that I use. You can use the drugstore one. This one is from Benefit, and I'm just going to go ahead and line the bottom of my waterline. This is just going to really open up the eyes and make them look a little bit bigger in my opinion. And that's going to be the finished look, you guys. It's my go-to kind of smoky eye, just made really easy. Anybody can do it. Super simple. You don't need too many brushes to do this look, and it's just beautiful, glowing, gorgeous, really soft focus. I'm obsessed with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye guys.